What's up, everybody, and welcome to this breakdown of the new 10-minute gameplay experience we got from Nintendo and Mr. Eiji Aonuma. If you guys are excited, make sure to smash that like button, but let's just jump right into it. So first things first, we get to see Link running around, or riding around, excuse me, the lands of Hyrule. Nothing has changed since Breath of the Wild here, except if you take a gander into the sky, you will see the Sky Islands. The biggest, most brand new feature of Tears of the Kingdom is the world above, ladies and gentlemen. You guys let me know down in the comments below how excited you are to explore all these new places and ruins. I mean, I think this is just going to be such a breath of fresh air for Tears of the Kingdom, no pun intended. Now, you may be wondering to yourself, how do you get up to those Sky Islands? Well, Mr. Aonuma did not take long to explain it. So, there are multiple ways that they say you can get up. However, the one that is implemented into this gameplay demonstration is a falling crater from the sky. Now, whether or not that is just a piece from the Sky Islands themselves or something from space, a meteor of some sort, I'm not 100% sure. But as you can see, Link spots a crater coming down and he runs right up to it. But the next big thing is the recall ability. This is huge, ladies and gentlemen. The way they described it is basically you can apply this to an object and it'll kind of reverse time. So whatever course that object took to get to where it was, or where it fell from, or where it was pushed to, it'll kind of follow its footsteps back to where it began. And so, for example, with this fallen crater right here, you can actually use the recall ability to shoot it back up to the Sky Islands. I thought that was super neat, and all of the different things that you could implement with this ability, I mean, it's just mind-blowing. But that is just the beginning. There is so much more, not only the Sky Islands and the recall ability, but once we approach the islands themselves, we get a tree branch. And you might be thinking, okay, what's a tree branch? I don't know. I mean, it's not that good of a weapon. It's not going to really deflect hits. What's the point of this tree branch? Well, it's mainly to use as an example of the fuse ability. This is huge, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is bigger than the Dragon Ball Z fusion dance, because you can literally take almost any item, any shield, any weapon, and fuse them together. We get an example right here where Link fuses this tree branch with a boulder. I mean, look at this thing. This is the biggest mace I've ever seen in my entire life, and he absolutely destroys these enemies. The tree branch lasted 1 second. This is a force to be reckoned with. I mean, this is so awesome. The possibilities are truly endless. I mean, you guys will see here in the gameplay demonstration, not only can you fuse your weapons and shields, like I said, but the arrows can be fused with items in your inventory. So for example, they use just a regular leaf. They also use an ice structure that freezes your enemy. You can literally take a bow and arrow and attach it to an ice item and then freeze your enemies during combat. I mean, this is just mind-blowing. I think one of the best things about a gaming experience is when they let the gamers choose how they want to play, not only in the sense of an open world, but in the sense of combat. Every single time you play, it is going to be different, and I think I respect that most about this fuse ability. This is a game changer, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as you guys can see here, we can also use an eyeball item to attach to the arrows, and that will act as some sort of honing beacon for if you can't really aim at enemies in the sky or on the ground. As a matter of fact, it will track them and hit them as long as you're pointed somewhat in that direction. I mean, I can't imagine once we finally go through all the items in the list what types of powers and abilities you can have with this bow and arrow and your weapons in general. But last but not least, one thing that they showed off was that you can attach mushrooms to your shield. And I mean, you might be hungry, that would be good in that case. However, it will also be good for battle. If an enemy hits one of these mushrooms on your shield, it acts as a smoke grenade. I mean, this is so insane. I really thought that Tears of the Kingdom was going to be a little bit underwhelming, but looking at all of these gameplay mechanic changes, I'm blown away. You guys let me know down in the comments below. I think this is just going to give us so many different ways to play that is going to make this game an endless experience. Now, I think one of the other cool abilities right here, the second to last, is the Ultra Hand. This is one of the big moments in the gameplay demonstration. We get to see Link use his ability Ultra Hand on some wood blocks. Well, he actually manages to merge them together using this ability to create a raft. Now, There's no wind sail or anything. So how is this raft going to move? Well, there's fans conveniently nearby. I'm not going to say that for the gameplay, but I think that it's funny that using Ultra Hand, you can combine these blocks of wood with these fans and create a boat of your own. Now, they also brought up the trailer that we got about a month ago where you can see Link in a car and some sort of flying device. I really think that it's cool that they say this isn't implemented into the game from the very beginning. These types of vehicles are something that you have to create, something that you have to conjure up all on your own, deciding on how you want to play. I mean, I really think the options that they give us as players is just so amazing. I mean, this is a really great gameplay demonstration in my opinion. Now, last but not least, not only is Ultra Hand cool, is Fuse cool, we get Ascend, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Ascend is just so badass and such a good way to wrap up this gameplay demonstration because you can use it pretty much as the name lets you see, to ascend. Whether you're under a roof or a cave, you can ascend through it. Be it a mere little ceiling, you can go ahead and get to the top of it, or if you're in a cave under a mountain, you can ascend all the way to the top as well. I mean, he's literally like swimming through concrete right now, swimming through rock. This is so awesome. Link is going to have so many different gameplay styles, and I think that is just the biggest takeaway from this. These main abilities that they just showed us are so awesome, guys. Let me know down in the comments below which one is your favorite. I think Fuse is going to be the most useful. I don't know. I mean, Ascend just really looks cool. Being able to just float all the way to the top of a mountain so you don't have to waste your stamina climbing and falling. I mean, I know I was climbing and falling all the time in Breath of the Wild. So I really think this was a great implementation. And then to wrap up the gameplay demonstration, we get to see Link diving off of one of the Sky Islands down back to the surface. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Nintendo, for actually coming through and making Tears of the Kingdom look like one of the greatest game experiences of all time. If Breath of the Wild wasn't good enough, they have really doubled down and just built upon the infrastructure and made it even more amazing. I am so excited for this game, and this gameplay demonstration just did that by tenfold. So you guys, like I said, let me know down in the comments below how you feel. If you like this video, make sure to smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe.